Hello, I am Peter Bird, a professor emeritus in the Department of Earth, Planetary, and Space Sciences at UCLA. In my 48 years of teaching and research here, I've become an expert on crustal movements and the earthquakes that they cause. In the last year, I have also been consulting for the San Luis Obispo Mothers for Peace because of their concern about seismic hazard to the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant, which is located in the Irish Hills uplift close to their city. I was glad to do so because two of my esteemed colleagues, Professor Clarence Hall and Professor David Jackson, had previously worked on this very same problem. So I reviewed the 650-page study published in 2015 by Pacific Gas and Electric Company called the Seismic Source Characterization for Diablo Canyon Power Plant. I found that it placed an inappropriate emphasis on hazard from strike-slip faults, such as the Hosgry Fault and the Shoreline Fault just offshore from the plant. However, it seriously underestimated the hazard from thrust faults underneath the Irish Hills, thrust faults being those that occur when the crust is compressed horizontally and one block is thrust up over another, causing crustal thickening and isostatic uplift. And this is a serious problem because the Irish Hills have been created by horizontal compression and thrust faulting in the last few million years. My three specific criticisms of the 2015 study were detailed in the declaration to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and also in testimony to the California Public Utilities Commission. And I argued that a new and unbiased seismic hazard study was needed regardless of the expense and possible delay. Then, on January 1st, 2024, we got new information. There was a very large earthquake, magnitude 7.5, under the Noto Peninsula off the northwest coast of Japan. And we quickly learned two critical things about this earthquake. First, it was caused by about 2 meters of slip on a thrust fault, sudden slip on a thrust fault, just offshore, in a tectonic setting which is very, very similar to that of the Irish Hills on the California coast. Second, it caused very strong peak ground accelerations of 100% of gravity to 230% of gravity at 5 digital strong motion seismometers operated by the Japanese government. So this earthquake was extremely well recorded. Such a thrusting earthquake, if and when it occurs under the Irish Hills, will almost certainly cause seismic core damage to the Diablo Canyon power plant because it's not designed to resist that level of shaking. So the question becomes, how frequently do we have to expect such earthquakes? Recently, I've devised 3 different methods for estimating the total rate of thrust faulting underneath the Irish Hills, and they all give similar results of 2.8 millimeters per year, or 2.0 millimeters per year, or 2.4 millimeters per year. If we take the 2 meters of slip that occurred in the Noto earthquake and divide it by those 3 different estimates of the thrust fault slip rate, we get the average time between great thrusting earthquakes, not for the Noto Peninsula, but for the Irish Hills. And those times are 715 years, or 1,000 years, or 833 years, based on those 3 estimates of slip rate. In comparison, the 2015 and 2024 seismic source characterizations by PG&E estimate a mean time of 35,000 years between earthquakes that would cause seismic core damage to their plant. Therefore, my estimate of the seismic hazard to Diablo Canyon is roughly 35 times to 47 times higher than that of PG&E. 35 to 47 times higher than has been claimed by PG&E. These arguments have been detailed in my March 2024 declaration to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. That was a sworn statement. It includes citations, and it's available as a public document. Thank you for your attention.